Hi, my name is Marty,
And I'm Tony.
and we are excited to share with you two brand new cards in the upcoming set Shadows of the Galaxy for the game Star Wars Unlimited. Now, for a little bit of backstory, Tony and I actually got into tabletop gaming about 25 years ago through CCGs. We played the Lord of the Rings CCG, and we were into CCGs for quite a while. But we got out of it about 15 years ago with the last game we played, which was World of Warcraft TCG. We were out of TCGs, Tony, until like
Mhm.
last year when we sat down to do a demo at Gen Con for this game, Star Wars Unlimited.
That's right. And I wasn't sure that we were ready to go down this path again. 15 years, man. I was like, hey, I'm finally making money again. Not having to buy booster boxes everywhere.
But the rules and the gameplay just sucked us in, and so we've been
Mhm.
playing a lot of games. You and I get together each week and we play, and we're excited about the upcoming set and excited that Fantasy Flight trusted us to show off these two brand new cards. And I will say, as you hear us talk about it, look, Tony and I, we're more into the more casual aspect. We play a
Mhm.
lot, but we're not doing a lot of tournaments or anything. There are people who do a lot more deep dives into what these cards than what we will. So I can't wait to hear what they say. So Tony, with that, are you ready to start showing off some of these cards?
Sure, let's go for it.
All right, here we go. The first card is War Word. That's good. Warbird Stowaway, which is a ground unit, costs 3, has the aspects of green and villainous. It is a type underworld, has a power of 2, health of 3, and the text says while you have the initiative, this unit gets +2/+0. And it also has the smuggle capability, which is a brand new ability in this set. So, Tony, when you first saw this card, what were your thoughts about it?
Well, I'm very excited for the smuggle ability because I like that ability of having to bluff or trying to trick your fellow player and saying, okay, hey, I'm going to be able to put this down as a resource and get it back. But, I'll be looking at these cards a lot, even if I don't have anything there. So when I first saw this, I was like, okay, that's a cheap card. So I like it for the deck I have right now. And I also like the fact that, it forces you to take the initiative to get +2. That keeps the other player, maybe they want to take it before you. And they say, well, I got one more action to take. I need that, but he's going to take initiative. And can I pass on it? So I like this because it sets up for a lot of decision making later in the turn for both players. Maybe I don't want to play all my resources, but I really want that initiative, and he may take it before I can. So that it's a challenge.
Mhm. This reminds me of another card that's currently in the current set. It's called Ardent Sympathizer. It's an aggression card, which has the exact same text. When you have the initiative, you get this unit gets +2/+0. But the fact that you can play this out of your resource pile, which is cool. And if you hadn't heard about this mechanic, what this does is it tells you, explains it right on the card, which I love how they design this.
Mhm.
If a card is a resource, you may play it for its smuggle cost and replace it with a top card of your deck. The card that you pull from the top card of your deck is going to come in exhausted. But what's cool in this, and this has been clarified, that you can use itself to pay for itself. So if
Mhm.
this resource is ready, you can use it to pay towards the 4 and then pull it out and play it, which is really cool. And Tony, the whole bluffing thing was really interesting until you mentioned it. I had been worried, just like, great, I'm going to be continually looking at my cards and they're going to know I have something. But then what you said was really smart. It's like, or do they have something?
Or do they?
I it's one of those things that even if I don't have a smuggle card in my resource, why not keep looking at them just to keep your opponent on their toes?
And shoot, I was doing that before the smuggle aspect or the smuggle keyword, because I was like, when's that card going to come up? Oh crap, it's in my resources. Yeah.
That's
I
true.
forgot already.
It didn't matter in this set, but it's gonna matter in the next one. So yeah, this is a common card, so you'll be very easy to get and interesting to see what kind of decks it's used in. So moving on from there, we have Armed to the Teeth, which is an upgrade, and it seems this is going to be an upgrade focused kind of set. This has the aggression aspect, cost 2, with the following text. Attached unit gains on attack give another friendly unit +2/+0 for this phase. Once again, this card has the smuggle ability also. So Tony, I got really excited about this uncommon card because it's one of those. It's like, oh, so I can play this immediately for just a cost of two, but maybe pull it out of my resource pile, give it to somebody that I'm maybe going to use on an attack this
Mhm.
turn, immediately give somebody else plus two for the entire phase, which is very versatile, could be used in lots of ways.
Right. Now, and I also like how, when you did Warbird, it was only one additional resource. Here, it's additional two resources. And I
Hmm.
think that's a good way to check the fact that it's not having, there's no ready aspect to it, come in exhausted or anything. It can be attached to any ground unit at this time, and you don't have to worry about it. It will be ready unit, and you'll be able to use it right then.
Actually, it can be attached to any
Oh,
attached unit gains. It does not
unit.
specific.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So we're
Yeah.
going to put it in space too. All right. Okay. We can do that.
Armed to the teeth. Of
But,
course, I
yeah,
say
but
that and watch somebody say, "No, you can't do
Uh,
that."
but there's no restrictions on it, so it's a supply, it's a weapon, so,
Yep.
but I do so I think that's one of the way there's balancing out, upgrades versus units and the cost as they do this smuggle aspect or keyword for these units. Now, is there a card that it particularly goes in compares to in the current set?
Well, there when I was trying to look, I like to always compare cards to other
Mhm,
cards. Now, there is a unit that's out there, Bethic Two Tubes, which is an aggression card. His ability is on attack, give another red unit raid 2 for the phase. This is actually way better. One, you can attach it to anything,
mhm.
and Uh, Bethic just gives raid, which means you have to attack to get the plus two. This gives the plus two on anything, whether it's whether you're attacking or defending. So I could see one of those things like I come out, maybe give plus two to maybe a sentinel. Maybe it's like, oh, I know you're gonna have to go through this sentinel. You better send a big boy out here because you getting ready to take a lot of hits back.
Mhm. So I'm thinking so let's say you have benthic 2 tubes.
Mhm.
I'm not a big Star Wars, all these character names and things like that. So if he's out there on the field on attack, he's going to give it to another unit that you may have, pull the arm to the teeth out of the resource to the unit that just got +2. So now you're looking at a +4
Oh,
scenario.
yes, that's right. Yeah,
All
so
right.
these things could stack up. And again, I also like to that for a cost two, maybe early in the game, you just don't have anything to attach it to yet, or maybe it's your first turn. You know you're not going to be get to it for a few turns. Put that thing down as a resource, and know that when you have four resources out on the table, you can pull it out anytime if you need it.
And let me correct what I was trying to say. It calls attached unit gains on attack, give another friendly unit. So basically, I was thinking that you could get +4 on it. You can't because that unit attacks that you attach. So it's got +2, and then the one that it's attached to then gets +2 to another unit. Man, you could
But
just
what about if you give arm to the teeth to Bethic? So on
okay,
attack, he can give somebody raid two
two.
and
There you go.
and then so you could stack them on one unit
That's
for
right.
sure.
Yeah. Now I do like how these 2 units, or these 2 cards compared to the, current deck, they also match in their rarity. This one's uncommon. Benthic is, uncommon as well, and, Ardent Sympathizer is common. Warbird is common. So that's
Mhm.
kinda nice that they did that so that, if you're trying to mix and match here, that's pretty much where you are on your rarity that you're not having to deal with, "Oh, man, this one's that could replace this is uncommon." They're harder to get. So I like how they did that. I'm
Yeah.
sure they're the brainiacs behind this that figured all that out. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What I love about this is these cards are going to get out there to the community and they're going to start talking about it, coming up with really clever ways, a lot more clever than what we are to be able to use these cards. And I always like going to other resources, especially other content creators who are really heavy into this game. And I can't wait to see what I've made some friends from other shows and stuff like that. I just want to give them a shout out because I want to see what they're going to do with it. Like Main Deck Dan, Garbage Rollers, Golden Dice Podcast, the Jodo Cast, Space Arena, Ground Arena. You've probably been following some of these people because they've been also doing previews. So I can't wait to see when, oh, here are these cards. Here's some clever ways to use it. But let me ask y'all something. What do you see? How do you see these cards could be used in decks? What's some other cards they could be matched with and everything like that? Let us know in the comments. Tony, I can't wait till July for this set to come out with all
Mhm.
these previews. I'm already getting some deck ideas in mind, so can't wait to get them in play.
That's right. Hurry up. Well, no, let's not hurry up, July. Just get the cards to us sooner. Surprise us.
Yeah, there you go. Actually, I'm still enjoying this set that we have right
Mhm.
now. So you know what? I got a lot of other things I need to do with this current set before the next one comes out. So there you go. Two previews for the upcoming Shadows of the Galaxy. Let us know what you think, and we hope to see you at the table pretty soon playing Star Wars Unlimited.